No matter where you are or what you do, your life always goes through three important phases. You are either aspiring to achieve something, succeeding at it, or failing at it. If you succeed, you confidently move on to the next goal and again enter the aspire phase. If you fail, you still have aspirations to move forward, but you feel less confident. And so this cycle keeps repeating itself and your life gets stuck in an endless loop of you wanting something, getting it and wanting more, or not getting it, falling into despair but still wanting it. As you move through these three phases, there is one enemy that keeps you away from achieving success and making progress. It keeps you trapped in aspire and failure stages on the loop. That enemy is your ego. This book showed me a mirror and made me reflect on the mistakes I made at the start of my journey. Here are the 8 lessons from Ryan Holiday's Ego is the Enemy that helped me deal with my aspirations, successes, and failures. Let's face it, every one of you wants something from life. Having aspirations and goals is what makes you human. I remember when I wanted to become a content creator, I wanted my mother to understand my aspirations, my goals, and I expected her to support me. She did exactly the opposite. She tried to discourage me. She wanted me to have a steady 9 to 5 job. I was not looking for any kind of financial support. I just wanted moral support from her. And when she did not give me that, I became bitter and resentful. It happens to all of us. You want everyone to understand your goals. You seek their approval, only to end up being disappointed. This book taught me it is your ego that tells you are important and everyone must clap and praise you whenever you talk about your goals. It tells you that people must praise you for setting up audacious goals. But the truth is, people don't respect you for how big your goals are. They respect you for what you have accomplished so far. So instead of wasting your energy on making people understand your goals, invest your energy in working towards achieving them. And that, my friend, summarizes lesson number 1. Don't expect others to take your aspirations seriously. Those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. Page number 26. We seem to think that silence is a sign of weakness, that being ignored is tantamount to death. So we talk as though our life depends on it. Do you ever find yourself in a situation where you want people to take you seriously and to impress them you just keep talking about your future plans? Or when someone criticizes you, you just start arguing with them? I certainly have faced a lot of such situations in my life, and every time I just tried to talk my way out of such situations. My ego told me, Pratik, you must show these people their place. How can they underestimate you like that? This attitude made my life full of conflicts. But this book taught me impressing people is utterly different from being truly impressive. Whenever people underestimate or criticize you, you don't have to argue with them. You should always speak through your work. Your work shall define your self-worth, not your words. Henry Ford once said, you cannot build your reputation on what you are going to do in the future. The only relationship between work and chatter is that one kills the other. So stop speaking, start working. Always understand the difference between talking and working. And that's your lesson number 2. My ego once used to tell me a story in which I was this perfect guy who knew everything. By telling me this story, my ego was stopping me from learning, from growing, from improving. Because you cannot learn if you think you already know, and when learning stops, your growth stops. 2 years ago, a lot of people from the US and UK were complaining about my Indian accent in the comment sections. I got pissed. Initially, I responded by arguing with them and then by just ignoring them, because in my head, I was the perfect guy. But when I actually sat down to evaluate my voiceover skills, I discovered that what people were saying was true. I really needed to work on my voiceover skills. I was recording like I was just reading a book. My voice was robotic. It did not reflect any emotions or enthusiasm. Upon this realization, I immediately started working on improving my voiceover and dialogue delivery, and now no one complains about it anymore. Watch some of my older videos like the history of slavery. Pay attention to my voice and you will realize how much I have improved in the last 2 years. Even I hate rewatching some of those old videos. Now I keep a diary where I note down the skills I need to improve, such as writing and storytelling, and what exactly I am doing to improve them. So the bottom line is, don't let your ego tell you that you are perfect. Be good at evaluating your abilities so that you can improve before it is too late. That's lesson number 3. Get out of your head and evaluate your own abilities. Right now, I am at the stage where I cannot say whether I am successful or a failure. I am working towards my goal of becoming a world-class edutainer. Unfortunately, my ego has ruined some of my early years, but thanks to this book, I feel much more confident moving forward. Here are 5 more lessons on how to deal with ego when you find success or failure. Number 1. Beware of early pride. When you succeed, your ego makes you think that you are above everyone else. A proud man is always looking down on things and people, and of course, as long as you are looking down, you cannot see something that is above you. The great Mongolian conqueror Genghis Khan used to repeatedly warn his sons and generals about pride using an analogy. If you cannot swallow your pride, you cannot lead. Even the tallest mountains have animals that when they stand on it are higher than the mountain. Number 2. Success is not eternal. Learn to maintain it. Just achieving something once does not mean that you will stay successful forever. After becoming successful, it is easy to get lost while running behind money, fame, and recognition. And that's okay, but you should never stop doing the things that made you successful in the first place. Do not let your ego tell you that this is it now. You can sit back, relax, do nothing, and still enjoy success forever. To maintain success, you must stay a student forever. You must receive feedback, improve your work based on it, be self-disciplined, and keep doing the work that made you successful in the first place. Number 3. Stop competing with everyone you meet. Competitiveness is an essential force in life. It is behind mankind's most impressive accomplishments. It sometimes motivates people to do their best work. But does that mean you should compete with each and every person you meet? Your ego tells you that the only way you have value is if you are better than, have more than everyone everywhere. We look at other people and make their approval the standard we feel compelled to meet, and as a result squander our very potential and purpose. It is not about having more than the others, it's about being as good as possible at who you are and what you do. You cannot have everything and be everything. Let's say there are 2 friends, one is a singer and the other is a writer. The singer is rich, accomplished and lives a luxurious life. The writer is also equally accomplished but does not live a luxurious life, instead has more than enough for himself and his family. Now does that mean the writer friend should neglect his writing career and compete with his singer friend to have more money? No. That would end very badly for him. You should never deflect from your path by comparing yourself to others. The more you become accomplished, the more you will get to meet other successful people in their respective fields. No matter how good you are doing in your life, your ego will make you compare yourself to them, making you envious. I avoid that trap by following a simple rule. I know my limits, I know what I want in life, I compete only to learn more, to improve my skills, and to be good at what I do. I mostly avoid competing for external things like money and fame. But sometimes I also fall into the trap. What can I do? At the end of the day, I am also a human. Anyway, to know the scientific strategies I use to choose a perfect career for myself, watch this video after this one. Number 4. Don't be living in the dead time. Rising above your failure depends on how you use your time while facing your failures. According to American author Robert Greene, there are 2 types of time in our lives. First, dead time, when people are passively enduring everything and just waiting for something good to happen. And second, alive time, when people are learning, figuring their way out of failure and utilizing every second of their time. Every moment of failure presents you with this choice: dead time or alive time. Are you gonna keep feeling sorry for yourself and do nothing, or are you gonna get up and keep working towards your goal? Oftentimes, failing at something does not make you frustrated. Realizing that you are not giving your 100% is what truly makes you frustrated. Making mistakes might be embarrassing, but not trying at all is death. In his early years, Pablo Picasso used to go into a restaurant and paint or draw something to have a free meal. Once he even had to burn his own paintings for warmth in his freezing Paris apartment. All these hardships did not stop him from becoming one of the greatest painters of all time. What's your excuse? Number 5. Learn to measure success in the right way. Success is relative. It means different for different people. You must determine what success means to you. Do not make decisions based on what other people think is a success. That's their idea of success. What's yours? Do not be an echo of someone else's music. Create your own tune and enjoy the eternal dance of happiness. Think your own thoughts, my friend. Think your own thoughts. This book gave me a much needed reality check. It made me appreciate the things I already have in life. Go ahead, read it. You will gain a fresh perspective to look at your life. To economically support my efforts to create well-researched videos, you can either buy books from my affiliate links or send me super thanks. I thank all the donors for their valuable contributions. That's enough for today. Oh wait, Smash that like button if you find my content useful. Now that's enough for today. See you in the next video.